Okay. Mr. Nyaitu,
Yes, sir.
your party is in power, but you said you want to look at federalism and agriculture and the area of the economy.
Yes.
Why?
It's clear that PDP has been like the dominant party, but that's not really the point. When you look at the symbol of the party, an umbrella is not a tent. An umbrella is an object where only people that are affiliates get under. You can't be going in an umbrella and then a visitor comes in and it's like, what's that? But an umbrella contains people that have a definite understanding. That picture is taken to the big picture scale in a country called Nigeria. Before you can have government, governance, or anything, you must have a situation where people come together, live together, work together, and see themselves, each other, as brothers and sisters. So, defining the Nigerian state is one of the primary objectives and pursuits of PDP as a party. And if parties were to win elections based on adherence to what you call their cardinal guiding principles, I think that PDP would probably have a very smooth run, because it's one party that has kept to its cardinal principles. When PDP decided to have the national dialogue or the national conference, a lot of people said, oh, maybe there is a hidden agenda. But Nigeria was at a turning point, and we needed to define that umbrella. And everybody was brought together in keeping with the ideology and the guiding principles of the party. And at the end of the exercise, everybody said, yes, you did well.
All right. Well, let me come back to Mrs. Shona. Your 5 cardinal points that you talked about and Nigeria.
Yeah.
How do you intend to go about achieving this point?
Well, let me also talk about the symbolism.
Because you talked about why I chose to go to the how. You talked about an imperfect union.
Yes.
That's he's talking about defining
federalism.
The Nigerian. Yes.
Exactly. I'd also like to talk about the symbolism of our party logo, you know, which is a telephone, a handset. And, you know, that represents, it has become something that everybody has.
Relate to.
You know, and we are saying it represents also a world of possibilities. You just imagine all that is possible to do, to perform, all the surfing, all the browsing, and so on that you can do on your handset. And we are saying, just as a handset is something that everybody now possesses, that is also the way that governance should be. It should be accessible. It should serve everybody. It should not just serve a certain group of people. All of us have a stake in this entity called Nigeria. All right. So I wanted to make that point. And the issue of our imperfect union, even in my own lifetime, I remember that Nigeria used to practice a greater level of federalism than what we now have. Maybe it's our experience with military governments that has made the federal government so powerful. And we need to reconsider that. We need to reconsider that, because it does seem as if there are clashing points of views, clashing ideas and aspirations from various regions, and we are not getting the consensus that we need to advance the country. We are spending too much energy fighting with one another, and the country is regressing or at least not advancing as quickly as it should. So could we not devolve more powers to either to the states or to the regions, so that some of the regional or localized aspirations can also be pursued, without anybody else feeling offended or left out or antagonized or whatever. And then we determine how we will advance the general course, how we will pursue the national identity so that the country can move forward. That's why that is in our manifesto. And we are running an imperfect union.
Okay. While we're looking at the logos and why you have some of these things in your manifestos, let's look at why you chose. You've talked about why you chose the logo. Let me go to the National Conscience Party. Why you have the I as part of your logo, and then we need to begin to look at the hows. When he answers that question, the three of us will look at how you're going to meet this promises you made to Nigerians.
Thank you very much. The logo of NCB is the eye, the two eyes, which you say that Nigerians should shine their eyes. They should open their eyes. And what do we mean by open their eyes? Is as simple as that. When you look at Nigeria particularly, look at the economy of Nigeria. From the independence of Nigeria in 1960, the domination by the whites, the imperialists, then with the independence after 1960 to the local imperialists. What I'm trying to say essentially is that the power that belongs, the control of the wealth of the Nigeria in terms of the commanding height of the economy is in the hand of the colonialists. Immediately they are leaving, they also leave this commanding height of the economy into the hands of their trusted slaves. Let me put it that way. That is the master and the slave. Now, after even their departure from the governance, they hand over to this local imperialists or local bourgeoisie that dominate the economy for the benefit of the few of the Nigerians. That is, the majority of Nigerians are shut out of governance, are shut out of dividend of democracy, let me put it that way, or are shut out, out of abundance. You have people that are poor. Out of where there's water, there's plenty of water, no water to drink. There's plenty of food, people are hungry. So for us as a party, what we are saying is that for us to redress, for us to bring this imbalance, where the majority are suffering, while the minority are getting richer every day, the only thing we could do is that there must be a commanding head of the economy that must be controlled by the state. We are not saying there should not be competition or there should not be private ownership, but we are saying the commanding head of the economy should be under the control of the Nigerian masses and it should be managed for the needs of the people. So that is the only way we could move forward as a society. Not the issue is not the issue of tribal, it's not the issue of religion, but fundamentally, the way Nigeria can move forward is that the commanding head of the economy is in the hand of the people and is managed for their benefits.